Hello, yummy mummies and mummies to be. Welcome to the Maternity Diary. There are a group of people that I so admire, and today I will be speaking with one of them, and we are live. Hello, yummy mummies and mummies to be, yummy daddies and daddies to be. Welcome again to the Maternity Diary. So, I know you might be wondering what it means to be a single parent, and we have so many questions to ask. Sometimes, me personally, I always wonder, how do they do it? How do they manage to be so successful? And today I have my very dear sister here who has personally shown me how successful you can be no matter what position you are in life. So today I will be speaking with her to find out what she has been through, and for her to give us like a general guide to how we can also live our lives and also make it as she's doing. And trust me, she has been successful at work. She has been more successful at being a mother, and she actually even runs her own private business. I will be putting her link down in the description section, so you go there, make an order, and it will be on me. I'll pay for it.
Can I put it in order too?
Maybe your entire collection. Yeah, so her name is Ullanda, and she will be here to share her story with us. Thank you.
Hello. So yes, my name is Ullanda, and I am a single mom of a daughter that's 9 years old. And I'm originally from Benin, but we're now living in Canada. And it's honestly, being a single mom, it's a tough, hard work. It takes a lot of courage, a lot of patience. It takes a lot of your time. But for me, what keeps me motivated, what keeps me going is my daughter. Because I look at her and I tell myself, God was able to give me this amazing, bright, smart, intelligent little girl. And I feel that she deserves the best of the worst. She deserves it all. So as a single mom, when I look at it, the first thing that I think about is my daughter. So everything I do, I always put her first. Any decision I make, I always think about her first. It's not easy being a single mom, but when you put your child first, you can get through anything, I think.
Yeah. So I know you just mentioned you were from Benin, and at what stage did you move here? Did you move here before you had your daughter or after having her?
No, actually, I had my daughter in Benin. I was in Benin working, and then I met her father there, had my daughter. Things didn't work out. But then before I had my daughter, I had already made plans to visit Canada, because I was raised in the States, and I live in the States, then I went to Benin. So anyway, so I was like, you know what? Since I was pregnant with my daughter, I was like, well, I'm going to wait. I had to wait because I was already processing my papers. But when I found out that I was pregnant, I had to wait and process her papers before we could travel. So then after I processed my papers and everything, did her papers, and after I gave birth, we decided to move here to Canada, and we've been here for almost 6 years now. And moving here to a totally different, strange country, somewhere you have never been, honestly, the beginning was hard. It was not easy, especially moving alone, where you have like no family. It's just you and your daughter. In that situation, what do you do when you're on your own? Well, you want a better life, you want a better future for her. You have no choice but to get up, push yourself, motivate yourself to move forward, because nobody can do it for you. It's only you who can do it for yourself. If you sit around and you dole all day, you sad all day, you put yourself down all day, you won't get anywhere. But when you think about the future of your child, you will push yourself to do anything, especially if you want your child to have a better future. I think any mom out there will push themselves to achieve whatever they want to achieve. So anyway, so I moved here, just me and my daughter, no family, no one. So I said at least the first 6 months were not easy at all. Because, I don't know anybody. I left this life that I had back home where everything was there. You had the good life, the nice life. You have the maids, the people cleaning the house for you.
That's what I miss so
I
much.
still miss that. I miss having that.
Yourself.
You had your parents around, your cousins, uncles. Everybody was there to help you.
Yeah.
So here I am, pack my bags in this country by myself. So when I first got here, trust me, I was like, what am I doing? Why did I take this decision? But then I'm like, you know what? I'm here because of my daughter. I want her to have a better future, better opportunity. That's why I'm here. And everybody always says, but you have a good life back home. Yeah, but it's not the same. You have the good life, but you want to have the future prepared for your daughter as well. So when we first came, I had to start everything from zero. I had to get an apartment. I had to sacrifice a few things for a few months, like having a car. So the first thing I did when I came was, of course, look for an apartment. So when I looked for an apartment,
So did you
I
stay
said,
in the hotel first, like
Yes.
when you first came?
so when I first came, my first week here, I stayed at a hotel because I also had my sister who came to visit me from the States. So I stayed at a hotel for the first week. And then after that, I have a friend here who lives in Laval, and I stayed with her for about a month. But before coming here, I had already prepared myself. You have to prepare yourself.
Exactly.
You can't just come
get
here
up
and just say, oh, I'm going to do okay when I get there. No.
Exactly.
Before I came here, I had some savings, prepare myself. How much am I going to put towards an apartment? I did my research, and you can't just get up and move. You have to come with some money.
Yeah.
So I stayed at a hotel for 1 week. And then after that, I stayed with my friend in Laval for about a month. And then I was like, okay, now I need to get my own place. Because also living with somebody, you're not too comfortable. Exactly.
You probably don't even have a problem with you being there, but you just feel
want
like
your own space, and you want to do your own
Exactly.
stuff and all that. So then when I wanted to move, being alone, I told myself I need to find an area that everything will be at easy access. For me, as a single mom, that's what I'd advise. If you're a single mom moving to a totally different country, pick an area that has everything accessible. Like make sure there's a school that's not too far. Make sure there are parks around where you can take your child when the weather's nice. Make sure you have like little grocery stores or shops around. Make sure there's like a metro or a bus stop that's not far from you. So those were things that I looked for, because I'm like, I have nobody here. It's just me and her. I will have to find a job. She'll have to go to daycare and all that. So I found an area that I like. Everything was easy access. You can walk to most stuff in the area that I live. So that was the first thing.
Me about
Which I'm still trying to get her to
Meanwhile,
move.
I live past everything. Yes, she doesn't want to accept that.
No.
I live in a very accessible
I feel like my
place.
area has everything.
We always fight about this every single day, because she lives all the way at the north and I live in the south. So before we see each other, it's always like an hour.
It's always a fight. It's like, you come see me. No, you come see me. Yeah, but so that's my first thing. And then we moved, and then of course I have to work in order for me to pay bills and all that. So I was like, okay, so I found a job, but also make sure you find a job that's flexible. Because remember, you're by yourself, you have no family. Don't find a job where you have to work 9 shifts or you have to work weekends. You need to find a job that's flexible and let them understand your situation.
Exactly.
so that way it can be easy for you if you have to like run to go get your daughter or your son or your child, whoever, from school, or when you have emergencies. You need to find a job that's really flexible and works within your schedule. So once I found a job, I found a daycare that was, a walk
Tell
away.
us about your daycare.
The daycare experience. Oh wow, daycare in Canada, it's not fun. Daycare, I was just lucky. I found a really good daycare that was close near where we live, but there's a waiting list. And what I recommend for you is don't put yourself on the waiting list. Fine, and
it can take up to 2 years.
It can take up to 2 years on the waiting list. For me, I did not recommend the waiting list. I just looked for a regular daycare near my area. Luckily, when I went, they had space still, so that's where I enrolled my daughter. And then they also have like the in-house daycares. Where you could use those as well. Those are also convenient. So so after that, put her in daycare, got a job, and started working, and here we are today. It wasn't easy, but if you push yourself, you can do it. If I can do it, anybody can do it. You just have to know what you want, and if you really want to do it for your child, when you look at your child every day, that's what's going to motivate you to do it. So nobody should think that being a single mom is the hardest job ever. No.
You don't actually, if you have to, let's say, leave a bad situation that you are in, like a hostile relationship that you are in, and you are just so scared that if you leave, you'll probably not have the kind of financial help you need or the kind of emotional support. In fact, there is nothing that is worth your sanity and your
happiness, especially your child's happiness. If you're in a relationship that you're not happy in, or an abusive relationship, you can survive it. You just have to believe in yourself and believe that you can do it, especially for you and your child. Everything is possible. Being a single mom, it's hard, it's tough sometimes, but when you look at your child, that's what will keep you going. Like, if you think about your child, you will get through it. It's not that difficult, trust me. I'm here by myself, and let me remind you, I have no family, and I'm doing it by myself. So I believe that any single moms that are out there, or any single dads that are out there, you're able to do it on your own if you believe in yourself. Yep.
Right now, how do you manage between, you have a 9-to-5 job, you also have like a 24-hour job as a mother, and at the same time you have a business that you're running. How are you able to
do it all?
At the same time, because I mean, there are some people, first of all, they can barely keep a 9-to-5 job, let alone add like motherhood, which is 24 hours plus 1. And then now you're running a business. How are you able to do it?
Well, for me, I'll say thank you to COVID. COVID actually made things a little bit easier for me.
So COVID is not all
that bad. COVID is good in some way.
Some of us have actually benefited from it. To be able to work from home has been a blessing. And who knew 2 years ago
that we'll be working from home? Who knew COVID will happen and we'll all be stuck at home? So for me right now, due to COVID, I'm working from home, which is a lot easier for me. So that way I spend more time with my daughter. Because before COVID, it was, you rush in the morning, get her to daycare, rush back, go to the metro, you leave work, you don't even have time to chat with people at the end of your shift. So it was, so you're always rushing to go to work, drop her off at daycare, make sure you have to be, on time for the bus, the metro, make sure you get to work on time. But then since COVID made things so much easier for us single moms, we're able to spend more time with our kids. We're able to, take your time in the morning to prepare them.
You at least 2 hours commuting.
Total, at least before COVID, it takes me, I'm up by 5:30, getting her ready, preparing lunch,
Everything is
snacks,
a rush.
and it's a rush. You don't even have time to like sit and have breakfast for yourself. So since COVID, it's been, you take your time, because I work from home and I don't start work till 9 o'clock. So I'm able to like get her prepared for school now that she's in school, and I'm lucky enough that her school is right across the street. So she's a big girl now. She's able to go to school on her own and all that, and then I can spend more time with her when she comes home with homework, and then we can do dinner together and all that. So even with COVID, I'm happy because I spend more time with her. It gives me the opportunity to have that time with her. And then according to my business, is at night that I'm working. So after I spend the day with her, get her prepared, she has done homework and everything, and dinner is done, then I focus on myself. In the evening time, when everything's settled and relaxed, that's when I do my business and work on things that I need to work on. Or sometimes on the weekends when I have time, I do most of that. So, yeah.
Wow. That's incredible. So, from your perspective, how do you think your daughter sees everything? Like, what do you think is her perception about everything, like, that is going on around her home? Do you think like she feels worried that, oh, mommy's working, or mommy, like, what's your general perspective about her?
I said with my daughter, she's very happy. I mean, she doesn't see my worries at all. Because as a mom, you don't want to show your child like your worries. You don't want to show your child that you're stressed, or you're lonely, or you're tired, or you're hurt, or whatever the situation is. You always want to keep your child from seeing that. Because what matters the most is your child being happy. And if your child sees that you're not happy, that you're sad, that you're depressed, that you're, you don't have time, you're always rushing, you're not spending enough time to do certain things with her, that's when your child starts worrying. That's when your child starts thinking otherwise. But if you don't show your child that side of you, which I don't, no matter what the situation is, you always have to put a smile on your face and show her that, everything you're doing is for her and it's for her future. So,
because I mean, today she told me that I'm mature. Like, she was like, I am mature.
She's mature, yes.
And this is a 9-year-old telling me this. Imagine
she is a mature 9 years old. And
so how are you, first of all, how were you able to get her to become that mature girl that she is now? How were you able to do that? Because there are kids that are even 15 years, 13 years, and they are still like babies. They cannot they are not independent, they cannot be independent on their own. They cannot be mature like she is saying that can do everything, So, what was your parenting style for that? How did you help her to achieve that?
I would say for me, it's especially being alone. Sometimes you can't do everything. So you have to acknowledge her to learn how to do certain things on her own. You have to acknowledge her, you have to get ready in the morning by yourself. You have to be able to dress yourself. You show her things that she can also do to help you out in the house. Don't just do everything for them. You have to teach them how to be mature, like she is on her own, capable to do certain things. And also that helps you as a mom, because you can't imagine if you have 2, 3, or 4 kids and you're a mom. You can't dress or prepare all of them, when you have to be at work at certain time. So you have to look good. You gotta look good.
Looking good is to help the child to become independent of certain things like
exactly. That would live in that 2 minutes or 5 minutes. You can help herself and learn to do clothes, shirt, or them happy also, and that helps them also to develop in a better environment.
Exactly. I think it builds very
And it builds their
confidence.
confidence as well. Yes, correct.
Because for me, like, that's one thing I admire about you. There is no day, I mean, no day I have seen you, and you are not
Looking at
looking.
mess.
No, seriously, you
Let
never
me
look
fix
like a
myself
mess.
up.
And honestly, I'm like, oh my God, like every single time. And now I know you're so close, like,
Nope. You have to have time for yourself.
when you start scrubbing the bathroom. Yes, that's what it means. Just so that I don't have to mention my
You have to teach them that you need some time to yourself as well. And you have to be able to take care of yourself. Because if you're not motivated, you don't have that urge, that urgency, you're not happy within yourself, your child will not be. So you need to be happy within yourself in order for the child to be happy and enjoy,
and you're not taking care of yourself,
Yep.
it's a waste of time because
Yes.
you can end up even losing your life, and
Yes.
then what becomes of your child?
Exactly.
You get what I
Then,
mean?
yes, I
Yeah.
agree with that.
Because a
Then
lot of times I have actually seen that people have someone all of a sudden, maybe because of they were too overwhelmed, suddenly became like mentally ill, like just like
yes.
that.
But you have to
They
tell
lost it,
yourself, no, but you
you
have to
know?
tell yourself in life things happen.
Exactly.
Life is not perfect for no one. Even
Yeah.
like the richest person who has millions doesn't
Yeah.
have the perfect life.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
They also have some type of problems, some type of issues. But they're not gonna come and tell you. So don't
Yeah.
think if you see like the happiest person, they're the most
Mhm.
happiest person.
Yeah.
No. Everybody has problems, everybody have issues, everybody's going through something. But like I always say is if you believe in yourself
Mhm.
and if you believe that you can get through it, I
Yeah.
believe that you can.
Exactly.
Yeah, especially me, my daughter means everything to me. So
Exactly.
everything I do,
We need to
first
give her
thing
a
I
sister
think
or brother
about.
soon. We need to give her a sister or brother.
Don't worry, it will come soon. So everything I do, I always put her first. My child always comes first. So that's the most important thing to me, and that's what keeps me motivated, and that's what keeps me going.
Exactly. Okay, so thank you so much. This has been a very, very insightful video. I know some of you have a lot of questions to ask, and just put it in the comment section, and I promise you there's going to be a part 2 of this video addressing all your concerns and how this mama does it. Like, they are super moms and they are super moms. Like, they are super mom and they are super. She's the super mom. Honestly, she's a real life super mom. And ever since I met her, I've always admired her. I've admired like how she carries herself, and even to know her story, how like she traveled across the world to live an entirely new life with her daughter. Honestly, like, you've really inspired me by all standards, and I'm proud to know you as my sister, and I hope I continue to learn from you, because I do learn from you every day. And I really hope to learn from you. So single men out there, if you know you have the l'argent and a good attitude and you love God, send me a DM. I'll connect you to my sister here, and I promise you, look, we have already done the list of things that we need on the bride. I'm telling you, and today we added one more thing to the list.
A motorcycle.
A motorcycle, an ATV, not just a regular motorcycle, an ATV. So you know what you're coming for. So if you know your pocket is not close to what I'm talking about, don't dare. Don't you dare, because like the list, I also have my own list I've added to it, so it's going to be a tough space for you. Yeah, so thank you so much everyone for watching, and thank you. I'm glad to have I'm so glad you joined. And guys, don't forget to subscribe, share this video, especially if you know someone that like needs this encouragement. It doesn't have to be a single mom, because I'm telling you, and even there are people who are not single who are married, yet they are struggling so much, and they just need to hear this word from someone else, to know that all hope is not lost. You can achieve, you can be whoever you want to be. You can go the furthest distance without like feeling like you have failed in any way. And I think it's really, really important. So please do share this video with everyone that you know. Subscribe, like, and I want to see all your comments. If you do not comment on this video, at least I need to see 500 comments, because I have almost 500 subscribers. We need to see 500 comments on this, honestly. Okay, so I do appreciate everything. So remember to stay happy, stay healthy, and stay beautiful. And never ever forget that God loves you. Yes. See you next time. Bye.